Hey, this is Dan with rivetedmarket.com. Again, I'm in our 2019 Airstream Globetrotter, and today I wanted to introduce a new product to you that we're going to be carrying again on rivetedmarket.com. And it's the Nozzle air vent diffuser. It's meant to replace these air vents that come standard with 2014 plus Airstreams with the Quietstream ducted HVAC system. These nozzles improve airflow. It reduces any obstructions. These particular vents, you'll see later, half of the actual air vent is blocked off. This particular one has many advantages. The head pivots, as you can see. This controls a flapper valve that controls the amount of air flowing through, or you can completely shut it off. The advantage of this air vent diffuser that we're going to be carrying is, if you turn it around, this installation ring, which makes installation a breeze. We wanted a simple install because we've been seeing a lot of people having difficulties installing aftermarket air vents inside Airstreams. So this one is great to complement the aluminum in the Airstream. The actual vent is stainless steel, again, to complement the aluminum finishes. If we take a look on the back side of this installation ring, you'll see that it has 3 wing nuts, and these wing nuts are directly connected to the hex screws on the outside. This helps with installation. It makes it significantly easier. And the way it works is once you start torquing down these hex screws, you'll see that the clockwise motion will actually open up the wing nut. And as you continue to fasten it, it's actually lowering and putting pressure on the backside of the ceiling wherever you're installing this. Once you do all 3 of them, they tighten down on the backside of the ceiling. It creates a beautiful flush finish that looks factory. For the installation of the nozzle air vents diffuser, step 1 would be to remove the existing air vents. And they're held up by 4 rivets, usually around. Sometimes you might have an extra one, sometimes there's 3. The way you really find out where the rivets are is you take this gray plastic piece and you line it up with the little divot, round divot. So in my case, I'm going to slide the plastic piece all the way to the right, and the holes line up. And now you can slide it all around and line it up wherever you see a rivet. In this case, I see one right here. So if you take a look, all the holes are lined up, and there's a rivet all the way at the end. I'm going to use a drill bit to drill it out. I can't stress the importance of wearing safety glasses for this, as you're going to be drilling these rivets. The metal shavings are going to be falling directly down. Last thing you want is to end up in the emergency room. I'm using a 1/8 drill bit, and remember, don't put too much pressure because you don't want the drill bit to go past the rivet into the foil duct right behind it. Nice and slow, and again, safety goggles. There's one last rivet right here. Again, controlled pressure. And out comes the stock air vent. As you can see from the stock air vent, when it is fully open, it's actually only half open. So I have a little piece of rivet right over here. I'm going to gently drill it out. There it goes. This particular spot just had 3 rivets. Now for the next step, I have the air vent here. I'm going to make sure that all the wing nuts are tucked up right up against the air vent. We do this to ensure that it fits because, again, it's going to be very snug. Noticing that the screws are flush with these wing nuts on all 3 sides. What I like to do is to choose any 2, and I'm going to put that side into the hole. So now it's slightly angled with just this 1 screw left. What I'm going to do is just give it a little push and push it in there. If it's difficult to get it through, or the spring is getting in the way, what you can do is just put the hex wrench on there and tilt the screw down. There this will create more clearance for it to go in. So in it goes. So with this particular one, I'm going to start tightening this one, just twisting clockwise. And the second I feel a little bit of pressure, I'm going to move on to the next one. Okay, I feel it tightening up against the back side of the ceiling. I'm going to move on to this one. Okay, feeling a little pressure, moving on to the last screw. Okay, and I feel it engaged. One last time, I'm just going to go through, tighten it up. You don't want to tighten it too much because that might flex the actual stainless steel. These particular screws and wing nut combinations are designed similar to a nylon nut, which won't let the screw back out, especially under constant vibration. In this case, the air vent is fully installed. And now you can see pivots to control the direction of the airflow. If you want to close it off, you keep it like that. If you want to open it, just twist. There you go. For demonstration purposes, I have an anemometer over here which measures the airflow. And with the HVAC system set on high and pretty much all the vents closed, I bring it up close. We're right now we're at 14, 15 miles per hour. I'm gonna close this vent. I'm gonna move on to the stock air vent. Open it to its fullest position. Let's see what kind of reading we can get. And 6 plus 6.5, 7, 8. There you go.